Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and I have a diamond in the rough I'd like you guys to meet. This is Gregory Reddick. He is a safety out of University of North Alabama. Nice to have you on, sir.
I'm glad to be on. It's a blessing.
Um, I know I introduced you as a safety, but you do actually have experience practically everywhere in that secondary. So, I mean, hopefully we'll get an opportunity to talk about all that. But Greg, go ahead, introduce yourself, and we'll get started.
Uh, Hello, everyone. I'm Gregory Reddick. I'm from Miami. I played at St. Francis. I went to high school at Booker T. Washington and Carol City, and went to my college days at St. Francis University in North Alabama. And I'm about to graduate this year.
Cool. Kind of touched base with all those things there. Went to Booker T. Washington, which I think a lot of people are familiar with that school. Very big football school there down in Miami. And then ended things up at Carroll City High School. Um, let's take us back there first, man. Let's take us back to those days, in high school, and share maybe some of your memories.
I got a good memory being St. First losing to St. Thomas badly on ESPN, then coming back the next year being St. Thomas. That was a big year, big moment for us. High school was great for me. I don't look back and have any regrets. I wish things could have ended better, but I don't have no regrets. I ended my high school career how I wanted to end it, and I'm okay with that. No regrets, no regrets.
Cool. So, and again, like I said, you were at Booker T. Washington, and then you finished up at Carroll City. Um, uh, how did that happen? Like, why did that happen? Did you
My
move? Like, how
quarterback.
did that work?
It was my quarterback. So I came back down to go to finish at Booker T, but then my quarterback ended up leaving. Dane Richardson, who's at FAMU right now, he ended up going to Carol City, and I knew if we didn't have a quarterback at Booker T, we wasn't gonna win. So I just followed my quarterback. That's really what it was. I followed him to Carol City, and I'm glad I did. It was a fun experience.
So, were you on offense at that particular time? I mean, is that
No,
part
I
of the
was on
reason why?
defense. I was on defense, but me and him came into high school together. So we was together since freshman year. He was on offense, I was on defense. So I was leading the defense. He was leading the offense at a young age, and I was leading the defense at a young age. So it was it.
Gotcha.
So it was. I'm gonna follow him, and I'm gonna lead at Carol City. He lead on offense. I lead on defense.
Cool. So, how long have you played football?
Since I was about 5 years old, so almost what? No, 6 years old. I was about six or
So,
seven.
again, since you were 5 or 6 years old, you've been
Yeah,
playing
five
this
or six.
game. I mean, and obviously, put yourself into a position where, I mean, now, I mean, like you said, I mean, you're wrapping up your collegiate time and hoping to move on here very soon to the professional level. So, let's kind of walk through this journey of yours. Again, you started at St. Francis University in Pennsylvania. So walk through the whole journey of you getting recruited and ultimately landing there.
It was a hard journey because I was trying to find something. I was trying to find a school. I just got released from Wagner College off of bad communication with the coaches and bad paperwork, and coaches didn't understand what was going on. They thought I was gonna be somebody. I wasn't. St. Francis took a chance on me, and then COVID came right after. So as I got into school, COVID came right after. So I had to sit out the first 2 years of my freshman year, and then COVID came right after. And then my third year of college was my first year, and it took off from there. It took off from there, and it was a journey. I didn't start, but I ended up starting throughout the season because they realized I was the guy. And I ended up winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then the second year going on that, we won the conference, and I won first team all conference and first team all conference and everything. EWAC, It was everything you could have got all conference for. I won. And the only thing I didn't win was the defensive player of the year. They stole it from me, but it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, that was my journey at St. Francis. Then I found my way at North Alabama and made an all conference there last year and trying to win it this year.
Yeah, but really, a lot's changed for you, since coming into college. And you were at St. Francis. I mean, you go from being a safety to an outside corner, and then of course, from there you end up, again moving on to North Alabama, where you're still kind of utilizing a lot of different facets. So, if you don't mind, talk about the differences in those two defenses, and maybe just explain a little further about how you've been used over the years.
To be honest, of being able to play all the positions on the field, you know, coaches really can't coach that. They can only add you to the game plan, make you a part of the game plan. And throughout my years, that's been a challenge for me trying to figure out how can I be effective in the game. And the biggest thing is wait for my moment. Don't try to overstep, because even though I try to make a play, is I can't force it. Basically, I can't force the play, and they just put me out in a position to make a play and throughout all the schemes because I can't fit into the scheme by just being away from the play. I gotta be somewhat somehow in the play. So
I
that
mean,
was the hardest thing.
again, over the years, you've been put into a position where you have succeeded, and really, become one of the, key members of the defense. And like I said, I introduced you as a safety, but you've played a little bit of everywhere. Um, is there maybe more about you other than that versatility that you feel separates you from some of the other prospects at your position?
My IQ, my IQ for the game is very high. I'm not trying to brag. I'm trying to be as humble as I can, but I study the game. I love the game. You cannot teach me the game that I already know. You can only improve my knowledge on techniques and fundamentals and where people tendencies at. But far as the game, I study the game so much. You don't have to even tell me about it. Like I can tell you everything about a defense and our defense. Like it's on the back of it's in the back of my head. We only make adjustments now on what we gonna do because I know the whole playbook from the D line to the linebackers to the safeties to the corners. I know the whole defense. So my IQ for the game, not just our defense, I know the other team's defense. Like I know it all. I just love defense, though. I just love the game.
Cool. So, go ahead and talk about your defense there at North Alabama. Obviously, a lot of good players there as well. So, uh, talk about that defense there, and highlight some of your boys there that you play with.
We run a 3-4 D line. I mean, on defense or 4-4 defense, but we can get into our ranger package when there's more DBs on the field. So like my defensive coordinator he has a great mind. He has a great mind, and definitely the DC at St. Francis. Well, he was at St. Francis. He has Stony Brook now. His brilliant mind, just as Coach Careboy, my DC now, brilliant mind. And Edwin White Schultz, my other safety that's next to me, phenomenal. That's a great teammate, great teammate. Love playing next to him. And then I got receivers that challenge us every day. I go at corner in practice and work on my skills and cover them guys all day. They give me work, but I also get them work, and it's a challenge every day.
Cool. So, been a part of two separate systems. Had a lot of great teammates along the way. Do want to just kind of ask you. Been a lot of people that that have maybe rubbed off on you, that have influenced you. Who do you feel has been like one of the biggest influences for you throughout your journey? Even if we were to maybe mention some of your friends and family.
My mentor, Nicholas Cackness, he's like my father figure. slash mentor been in my life since I was in the second grade, and always been him and his family. That's my second family. You know, but far as teammates too, is a guy from Indiana named Elijah Surratt. He was a freshman at the time, but he didn't look like it. You know, man, him went at it so much. And another guy, Makai Jackson from Appalachian State, he has number 15. We all used to go at it. You know, I got a lot of guys that, you know, that impacted me throughout my college career, and it's a list of them. A guy named Donnell Brown from Maryland, number 9, the DN. Me and him was a dynamic duo. I was in the back end at St. Francis. I was in the back end. He was on the D line, and we were just wrecking havoc. You know, I can keep going. It's a whole lot of them. You know, and I can go from UNA list: Sakari Kennebrew, Dakota Winfield, and you know, Tanaka Scott. I can go on. The list is on. That makes me a better player. They impact my life to this day, and you know, I can see most of these guys, majority of these guys, at my way.
Cool. Well, Greg, want to be real with you on a couple of things. I mean, you've been at North Alabama, and obviously these past couple seasons haven't been perfect. They haven't really gone exactly the way that you wanted them to. I mean, when we're looking at like your win-loss record, um, how are you staying motivated, like despite those circumstances? Like, how are you, still, waking up and hopefully leading this, this team to a victory on game day?
They brought me here to try to win games every week. They brought me here to try to win games every week. I'm not here to be down on myself, be down at them. No, each week is a new week to try to win a game. Want to know every week, even though we lost a few games. You know, we lost a few games, we won a few games. Here to be down and out about myself. We got a lot of young guys for that. You know, they can be emotional, but I gotta lead them into war. I gotta lead them into war. I can't be down and on myself when I'm their leader. Their leader can't be down, you know, and that's the biggest thing right now.
Yeah, and I mean, despite the record, I mean, again, I'm not trying to be down about it, but I mean, the good thing is, Greg, you've gotten yours. You know, you have had some great moments, some great games, some interceptions here and there. What have been some of the best moments, like when we kind of, look at some of the highlights of you in your career? Can you walk me through some of those?
Yeah. Uh, I had some big moments. I had some big moments in my career, and be honest, when it happened, like on certain play, on every big play I made, I called my own number. And every time I made a play, they trusted me to make that play, and I made it, you know. And it was really me just I end up checking defenses when I see, you know, because I'm a leader on the team, you know. My coach trusts me to make the right call in certain moments. Certain moments he trusts me to make the call, and throughout my career, all my coaches trusted me to make the call. So I end up changing the back end so many times, and it worked on my favor. So I'm proud of that moment. You know, I'm proud of the moment.
Cool. So, you know, I look at you, and you have had some success at both schools, St. Francis as well as North Alabama. Again, just kind of as we reflect on all that, you've been an all conference player at both schools, which is great. And maybe perhaps some things have changed for the better for you over the course of your career. Um, what would you say has been maybe like the biggest change, for you over the years? I mean, obviously learning the game a little bit more. Go ahead and share.
Yeah, I'm still learning again, but the biggest thing is maturing. You know, getting older, uh, realizing I got to keep showing up, no matter how older I get. Got to keep showing up. And the biggest thing is listening to what everybody got to say. Stop always having an opinion on everything. Sometimes it's just good to listen and it'll help you, and it'll go a long way for you. It'll go a long way for you.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously you've, developed into one of the leaders there for your team, and you know, hopefully, you have a couple more games left in the regular season. Hopefully, you finish strong, and that will, help, help, gain some scouting, some attention from some scouts for you. So, I do want to get a chance to meet the guy under the helmet. If there's anything else about you that you want to share, some hobbies, interests, passions, if you got any special talents, fun facts or whatever, give me something about Gregory Reddick.
Now, fun fact, I do love my dog Ace. When I say that is my son, even though I know he's a dog, that is my son. I take him everywhere with me. I talk about him. I don't like to do anything without him. Like I don't like to go nowhere without my dog. I love my dog is my right hand man. I had to put him in a cage because he would have been trying to get in the camera. Like he loved to hear people voice. He loved people. And if he hear your voice, he gonna bark and he gonna try to jump and try to meet you. And so I had to lock him up for this interview right now because he will go crazy. He love people. And I spend my whole life with him now. Like everything I do is with him. Like I don't want to do nothing without my dog. I go train with my dog. I eat with my dog. Everything. Like that's
Well,
the biggest thing in my life that I adapted to now. And I don't think I'm a city guy now. I don't think I'm a city guy. Like I grew up in the city, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to take him back to the city. Like I think I need to stay out here in the country. Who knows?
so what kind of dog is it?
All right, now you wouldn't expect this, but he's a blue heeler Australian Shepherd. He's the opposite of me. He got like I got energy. Don't get it wrong, but the older you get, the energy dies out. He's like a farm dog, so he's supposed to be outside 24/7. But I have to take him out about 4 times a day just to let him run around. But I enjoy it because it gets me out the house more, and I get to meet the neighbors around the house too. So it's a win-win for me.
Well, I do want to touch a little bit on what you've been able to do academically as a student. Can you, I guess, enlighten me as to, what your major is, if you've already graduated, if you're working in your second degree or something? Tell me what's going on with the academic side of things.
So I did get my degree this summer, but I was working on another. I was like basically getting like my associate's degree, like it's not really. I'm getting a degree in December. It's kind of hard to explain that, but it's like a semester degree. I get a degree in a semester, but I just got my criminal justice degree doing it right before the season started. My bachelor's degree at that, my bachelor's degree, and working on another degree right now. So that's the biggest thing right now. School always been a challenge for me, but never hard because football always been focused so much on football. And but school never been too crazy for me. School always just been a challenge, but never hard.
So you got a criminal justice degree, which is great. What do you see yourself doing with that? Like, are you trying to, help out the youth? Like, are you trying to give back? I mean, how
I really want to
is
help
that
out the
looking?
youth.
Say
I
it one
really
more
want.
time.
I really want to help out the youth. That's the biggest thing right there. Growing up for me, it was the hardest thing when not having the role model on top of that. So I want to help with the criminal justice system by actually being involved in kids' life. Also having kids of my own, being in their life, but also helping kids that really didn't have the role model that I have. Like my mentor is everything to me. Like him being in my life inspired me to be a different person in life. So I'm trying to give back the best way I can, and he he showed me the ropes of doing it. So that's the biggest thing, and I really want to be helping people that's in the criminal justice system because people that's in jail and in juvie and stuff like that, they really don't have role models, and that's the biggest thing. They go into jail and not having role models, not having a guidance system in general They don't got no guidance at all, and that's why they keep ending back in the prison, the juvie system in general. You know, just having the right guidance to lead you to a different path. And I'm a prime example of that. The prime example. I got the guidance I needed to get out the situation I was in, even though I wasn't in a terrible situation, but I wasn't in a situation that I wanted to be in growing up.
I mean, let's just face it, sometimes being in an inner city, it is hard to stay away from certain things. And some people just struggle with that. So like you said, having a mentor certainly helps. And sometimes people get lost in it. That'd be great if you can give back and be that mentor to some younger people, maybe some people who are striving to become athletes like yourself. So that's kind of nice. Greg, a couple of more questions again, just for fun, just to throw these things out there for people. You got a favorite movie?
Yes, Bad Boys for Life. The whole trilogy, really. Like I'm a Bad Boys. Hey, I love Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I love them.
They definitely have a decent chemistry. It's
It's
hard not to love
unmatched.
those guys.
It's unmatched. You can't go wrong with them too.
I've obviously seen plenty with both of them in it. Um, Also makes me think. I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Life? I think is what it's
Yes,
called. Uh,
yes.
Love that one. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. Those guys are great.
That's a good movie.
Definitely makes me want to go back and watch that one too. It's movie night. What's your favorite uh snack food for like a movie? Like movie theater wise?
Sour Patches.
Sour
Can't
Patch.
go wrong with Sour Patches.
Nice. Um, is there perhaps a celebrity that you'd love an opportunity to meet, whether it be singer, songwriter, actor, athlete? Who might that be for you?
Denzel Washington. I
Of
would
course.
love to meet him. It would be an honor to meet him, just of his character, the way he carries himself, and the actor he truly is. You know.
I mean, he definitely appears to be a very chill guy. So it'd be kind of nice just to, hang out with him, chill, talk about whatever.
I
Um,
need 10 seconds. I can get everything out of 10. I know he's busy, man. Just 10 seconds with him.
cool. And when we're looking at safeties in the NFL, are there guys that you're trying to emulate that you're watching? Maybe somebody that you're a big fan of?
I'm a big fan of a few safeties in the league. But a lot of them, you could call them safeties, but they versatile. Cal Hamilton. I'm not as big as him, now, trust me, but he's a versatile guy. But I don't model my game after no safety that's in the league in today's game. But I do try to model my game after the older guys, the older safeties back in the day. Try to model them as much as I can, but I try to take off and work on my craft as much as I can. I want to be the best version of me.
Well, obviously we're looking at a guy who is utilized all over. You have played some time in the slot, playing that nickel corner role, and then free safety, strong safety. Hell, you've even got a couple sacks to your credit. So that means that you can maybe sneak in the backfield every so often. So, Greg, I feel like there's a lot going for you as a prospect. As we close up our time, want to give you the final word, man. Tell people what they'd be, getting if they took a chance on you and gave you that opportunity at the professional level that I know you would love to have. So finish us out with your thoughts.
They'll be getting a smart safety. They'll be getting a safety that doesn't need validation to come out there and do my job. I'm gonna always do my job. Nobody can tell me, Greg, go do your no. My job is to come out there every day, smile or not. Smile, mad. I might have the worst day I ever had before coming to practice or a game. I better perform the best. I better have the best game of my life. I try to have the perfect game. There's no such thing as a perfect game, but I try to imitate having a perfect game every day, and that's the biggest thing. Going hard every day. I never want to look back and say I wish I did this. I wish I did that. That's the biggest thing that I take out after every game. Don't have no regrets, and they gonna get a winner, man. They gonna get somebody that just want to keep fighting and do it anything I can to help the team win.
Cool. Well, Greg, hope you finish the season strong. And obviously, after your time there at North Alabama, going to get some opportunities. So, want to wish you all the best moving forward. Okay.
Sir, thank you.
Sure. Once again, we got Gregory Reddick. He's a safety defensive back out of North Alabama. Check him out.
Yes, sir.